What if I told you the most powerful thing in your life isn't your body, your strength, or even your talent? It's something far quieter, something you don't see. Something that has the power to either make you unstoppable or keep you exactly where you are right now. Today, I'm going to tell you a story, not just any story. A story about control, about how one hidden rule can decide your future. It starts every morning. The alarm goes off, your eyes open. Before you even take a breath, your mind begins. I'm tired. Just 5 more minutes. Not today. You reach for your phone, scroll through notifications, and your mind, not you, decides how the day will begin. Most people think the enemy is the world outside, but it's not. The real war begins the moment you open your eyes. It's not against time, not against other people, it's against the voice inside your head. That voice doesn't shout, it whispers. It tells you what's easy, what's safe. And if you listen to it every day, you build a life you never chose. A life decided not by you, but by your comfort. Let me tell you about a man named Jack Miller. Jack wasn't special. He wasn't born with wealth or talent or an extraordinary gift. He was ordinary, but his mind was. For years, Jack lived on autopilot. Wake up, work, sleep, repeat. He had dreams, big ones, but he never chased them. Why? Because every time he tried, the voice whispered, "You're too late. You're not smart enough. You'll fail." And he believed it. Not because it was true, but because it was louder than his courage. Then one night, something changed. It was 2 a.m. Jack sat alone in his tiny apartment. Bills on the table, unfinished goals on the wall, a mirror in front of him. And that voice again, this time not whispering, laughing. "You said you'd change, but here you are, still the same." He looked at himself and realized something terrifying. The problem wasn't the world. The problem wasn't bad luck. The problem was his mind. That night, Jack wrote a single sentence on a sticky note and stuck it to the mirror. "I am not my thoughts, I control my mind." That sentence became his turning point. A study from Columbia University revealed something powerful. When people believed they had control over their actions, their motivation skyrocketed. When they felt powerless, their motivation collapsed. Jack didn't become fearless overnight, but he decided to act even when fear screamed at him. That's what changed everything. Most people wait for their mind to feel ready. But here's the truth, your mind will never feel ready. Your mind isn't designed to make you great. It's designed to keep you safe. If you want to win, you have to learn to act before your mind gives you permission. The next morning, Jack woke up before sunrise. The voice was still there, "Sleep more, you'll fail again." But instead of listening, he whispered back, "Not today." He put on his shoes and started running. He didn't run fast, he didn't run far, but he ran through the resistance. That's the moment people miss. Greatness doesn't start with giant steps. It starts when you take the smallest step against the loudest doubt. Here's something powerful Jack learned. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But momentum builds its own power. Day after day, Jack ran, sometimes in the rain, sometimes in pain. But every step he took, the voice got quieter. Because here's the secret. Your mind doesn't respect your wishes. It respects your actions. The more you act, the less it controls you. The less you act, the louder it gets. Then came the real test. Jack lost his job, his savings were gone. The voice came back, louder than ever. "You see, I told you, you're not built for more. This is your reality." But this time, Jack didn't break. Because he understood something he never did before. Pain wasn't his enemy anymore. Doubt wasn't his master. He owned his mind now. So instead of drowning in panic, he asked, "What's my next step?" And he took it. Jack rebuilt his life, not because he found luck, but because he mastered the hidden rule. Backhand index pointing right, control your mind, or your mind will control you. Every fear, every doubt, every hesitation was just a signal. A signal to move forward. That's the rule most people never learn. They think strength is about muscle, or talent, or intelligence. But the strongest people aren't the loudest. They're the ones who can command the silence inside their own heads. Maybe right now, you're like Jack on that night at 2 a.m. Sitting alone, hearing the voice that says you can't. But here's the truth, partner. You can. Because it's not about being fearless. It's about acting while fear still lives inside you. It's not about feeling ready. It's about moving first and letting readiness follow. Your voice doesn't get to decide your future. You do. So tonight or tomorrow morning, when that voice whispers again, when it says, "Not today," whisper back, "Watch me," and take one step, then another. Because you don't need to conquer the world in a day. You just need to conquer your mind, one moment at a time. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit subscribe and let's build a world where we don't wait for permission. We create our destiny. This is Echoes of Hope, where stories don't just inspire. They awaken something inside you.